Whew. Damn. Ice cold, man. It looks freaking beautiful. Stay tuned. Good morning, fam. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today, as you saw from the intro, you see some wheel rings, and the company is called Mictuning. They finally reached out to me. They finally recognized my greatness, and they was like, you know what, man, we like your install videos. Can we send you something? I'm like, all right. So what I chose, because I pretty much have everything they have, and I also installed parts from them in the past before, like light strips, like LED sequential light strips on Hulk right here. And I already have wheel rings from XK Glow, but they're honestly, to be honest, XK Glow is a great company, but these wheel lights are very, very mediocre, where they should be able to, by now, 2023, to keep up with the times. And they have a better version of their wheel lights coming out, I guess, this year. It was supposed to be out last year, and I don't know what happened. But here's what's special about these. Just like XK Glow, you can control this from the app. This is the main controller right here, okay? They have the instructions, like the app instructions and whatnot, so I'm pretty sure there's a QR code or something that you need to download. Yep, start on the Mictuning app. And each layer looks just like this. They give you about 10 feet, 9 to 10 feet of wire, okay? It's with barrel connectors, so it's really, really good. All right, and this, like the XK Glow one, you can hook this up to like your turn signals, brake lights, and stuff like that, and have the wheels mimic that motion, okay? Now, here's the kicker. You have all your hardware, nuts, bolts, washers, brackets to hold it to your dust plate or your brake dust plate. But the most beautiful thing about this, it is dual row. My XK Glow stuff is a single row. And another dope quality is that these things chase. So this is the 15.5 inch. You need 15.5 inches if your total diameter of your rotor is about around 13 inches. You don't need 17. 17 is for like bigger, like my truck would take a 17 inch. So these have 564 LEDs total in one ring, okay? And as I said, these things chase. I think you got like 76 dynamic modes. You can, I think it's like 8 DIY modes. It's wild. It's freaking dope. Can't wait to put this bad boy on. Now, it seems like it's a nice day, but don't let that fool you. We're supposed to be expecting rain, and when I start a project, I hate to stop. So either when I get back home, I gotta go to the gym real quick. Either when I get back home, I can start it, because guess what? Now I gotta take out all the XK Glow stuff. That alone is gonna be a pain in the ass. So what are you gonna do, man? But anyway, this for the money, this is a way better setup. I've seen Mictuning on their website right now. They have these for like $150. Can't beat that, man. Cannot beat that. They have a lot of sales and stuff going on. So as I said, this is their V1 RGB-IC wheel light setup kit, and we're about to have a ball with this. Can't wait to slap this bad boy on. And I must say, their packaging, freaking top notch, man. Top notch. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all soon. Good morning, fam. We are back. This is the next day. I'm wearing a freaking sweatshirt because I don't know what the hell happened. It was so hot, like almost 100 degrees yesterday, and then I had a big rainstorm last night, and it looks like nothing happened. Literally, it's nice and dry outside, but it's cold. The wind is like really, really cold. So now I already took off the front wheel, And now I just got to use an Allen key and a socket just to take this wheel ring off, because now I got to literally take off everything from this setup. Literally take everything off and then to put everything on. It's a nightmare. All right. Okay guys, so this is the hardware they give you right here. They give you some long screws, they give you some short screws, and they give you some bolts with washers, like locking washers. Now each, and you know what, I do like this because it's a Phillips head screw, so it's easier. The other one from XK Glow, it was a hex, which is fine, but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get a hex in there where the dust shield is. But anyway, you just use a washer with a screw, and let me just show you how it goes. So I already test fitted. Actually looks pretty good. So on the bracket, you put the bracket just like that, run the screw through it, put the washer on the underneath, and it fits perfectly. And guess what? So there are, on the brackets, it's like an adjustment slider. See, there's an adjustment slider right here, and then there's a hole. I used this hole and it worked perfectly. Literally, like, it's perfectly rounded. Let's see if you can see it. It's rounded to the rotor, like equal distance apart. Okay, and that's just a test fit. So this works out pretty well. And as you can see, I pulled out all the XK Glow stuff over here. It's a lot that had to come out. It's on the floor right there. I started cutting the wire. The ring is over there. And I might be able to use this XK Glow switch. I'm probably gonna salvage this switch and reuse it for the wheel ring lights, because it's pretty nifty. All right guys, seems like my holes are working out pretty good. The ones that I previously made for the XK Glow setup. Guys, obviously you would have to drill a hole into your dust shield if this is your first time installing this. You have to have a dust shield to install this, okay? Just letting you know. Now, I don't know if I went over this before, but you have to use one of the long screws. So you put the bracket just like so, use a long screw to run it through, a washer, and a nut. The cool thing is I have locking nuts. I have locking nuts from, I'll link it in the description. XK Glow also gave like regular nuts like this. They gave regular nuts, but remember, you never know with vibrations. Now, these locking washers do help, but let me tell you, a locking nut, shoot, a locking nut like this, you don't even use, once you screw that in there, that shit ain't backing out, like ever. So that's what we do. Okay guys, so the first one is done. And as I said before, I use my locking nut. It is an M4. It's an M4 locking nut. And with that, you don't even need a washer, but I use the washers anyway because they gave them to me, so it's all good. So the first one is done. Take a look at it. Now on my XK Glow setup, I only had 2 brackets. Guys, you could do whatever you want, but I only used 2 brackets on mine, and it worked fine. You know what I mean? This car is basically, you know, I mean, it's a pretty race car, but it's mostly a show car anyway. Pretty good all around, nice and even. Yeah, I said we're good to go. We are good to go. All right, so on to the others. And obviously guys, now I got to take this setup here, run it through, I'm gonna run it through this fender wall here, and then bring it up. So it's a lot more to do. Oh, also food for thought. If you look on here, you see arrows. Make sure the arrows are all uniform. Either they're pointing towards the front or towards the back, or do whatever you want. Don't matter, it's not gonna hurt anything. This is just if you want some type of uniformity. All right guys, so this one is pretty much done. Okay, what else? Just bend this back a little bit. Oh, make sure I fastened up my wires right here to this piece of metal right here with using zip ties. And make sure you leave enough slack. See right here? There's enough slack now, so when the wheel turns, and it's gonna lay right here, so once the wheel turns all the way left or right, this is not gonna it's not gonna pull the ring. You know what I'm saying? You wanna leave it as much, you know, right there. They recommend obviously a 1/4 inch from the caliper, but mine, because my calipers are so big, okay, these are 6-piston Brembos, because they're so big, they can't do that. Okay, it's like exact all around, so they can't like go a 1/4 inch off of this, but it'll be fine. This stuff is made for some serious heat, so I think we're good. What else? I think that's it. I ran it through that grommet right there. It's just hanging over here, so once everything is done and I bring all the wires up here, we'll see how it'll go, how I'm gonna put it away and stuff like that. That's what I mean. All right. All right, guys, so the back side is done. I'm really glad that I've previously done this, so I don't have to drill any more holes and stuff in the dust shield. And the holes that I've drilled, it actually worked perfectly. Everything is like perfect around here. So now I ran the wires back here, zip tied them neatly, zip tie neatly, and I started running them underneath the car and zip tie as I go along. And by the way, 2 jacks would definitely help you out, because you definitely want to do one side first before you go like instead of doing one front wheel and the other front wheel, do one whole side first, so you can run your wires. See, my wires are run right here, zip tied here, zip tie, so it's very seamless. It's very seamless. So, you know, so there's no issue. And then run it right here, zip tie it right there, and now we're straight. So now I know that wire is not in the way when I'm turning the wheel or anything like that. This one here is nice and tight as well. That's not going anywhere, and that's it. And so both of them now are up here. So the only thing is, I'm hoping that this will be long enough to route back here. Route back here. Hopefully I can put it back. Yeah, hopefully. So hopefully, you know, I mean, it should be able to reach where I can put the controller behind here. So we'll see once I'm done. So now I'm about to just put back on the wheels and then move to the other side. Okay, the rear's done. Already zip tied up the wires underneath, ran it all the way to the front, ran it up here. This is it right here. This shit cannot get all the way over there, man. Damn, these people, you guys gotta give enough length of wire. So now what I'm gonna do is the ring from this front tire, okay, or this front wheel, it's very long. Okay, so what I am going to do is, or what I did already, okay, I cut it. So now I have this portion right here. I stripped it back. It's 3 wires, and I have and I'm going to join the head back here because I want to just tuck it in my fender well, or leave it here. I don't know, whichever is better or easier. But you know, I mean, it didn't give enough wire, and that shit is freaking lame. So it is what it is. Or if you need more, you can always extend the wire. You could always add your own wires, extend it, and you know, so forth. But I just cut it. It is what it is. It's gonna work. But Mictuning, you guys have to give longer wire, especially, you know, to the rear, because remember, my wire management is pretty much insane. I make sure everything is neat and hidden, so you're gonna need extra wire, if you get what I'm saying. I'm very surprised it didn't have like any extensions in this kit. That would be a good idea, an extension. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the front on real quick. That's not gonna take long, and I gotta heat shrink. I gotta rejoin the connection that's laying right here. Rejoin that. All right, guys, so what you see me doing on the time lapse is, let me show you real quick. So, all right, so I just finished rejoining back the wire that I cut with the head of it, tested it out, it works. And remember that at the beginning of the video, the XK Glow switch, love that thing. What I did was I cut off the portion, the power portion right here that plugs into the female part to give it power, and strip the wire back. It's a red and white wire. I joined it to this, I wonder why it's a touch. I joined it to this box, the red and black wire. And now, oop, wire just came apart. With a flick of a switch, it works. Okay, so as I said, this is the Mictuning box. Okay, connected the Mictuning box to the XK Glow switch, and it works perfectly. And the good thing is I don't have to go taking out the XK Glow positive and negative, because guess what, they're already connected. So all I have is I have the negative terminal loose, so nothing short circuits or anything like that in the meantime. But I have enough wire for all of this stuff to go inside of my fender, and we're good. So everything is hooked up. Let me just put on the other side now, and I wasted enough time. Okay, so I rejoined this piece right here. The wire that I cut out from the driver's side, that I would say it's at least over 3 feet. 3 feet of wire, rejoined it back here. Let me hit the switch. And bam, look how bright that is. That dual ring, woo, that looks so smooth. So it works. All right, so I just finished this up. So I ran all the wire, tucked them in nice and neat, except for here. This portion I got to wrap, tuck into the fender. Got the negative touching. Let's turn on the switch. And it works. It's nice and bright, even like it is like 90 something degrees right now, but it's really nice. Look how bright that is. That dual layer ring is freaking sweet. Guys, don't forget, see over here, make sure you have enough slack so when you turn the wheel, okay, the wire can stretch and flex. You know what I'm saying? So just don't forget that. Don't forget that. Looks pretty nice.
Oh, it's changing by itself, doing all of this stuff. Later on, we'll get into the app and whatnot. Oh, I forgot this here. Snip that off. I think the wire management actually takes longer than the actual install. It's actually a pain in the ass. But make sure, like this, you know, you wrap and tuck everything, you know what I mean, properly. Otherwise, you know, I mean, you don't want to run into problems. But this looks freaking. This shit looks sick. It looks sick. Can't wait to see this at night. It's really bright too. So, as I said, the wire management it takes a lot longer than the actual install. So I just gotta put back on the tires, and I'll tuck all of this stuff in. And I will see you guys tonight. Hey fam, what's happening? I'm about to do a screen recording for you guys, and I just wanted to show you guys the ins and outs of the app. So they give you little booklets in the wheel ring box, and behind them you have QR codes, one for an Apple, one for Android. It'll take you to the Play Store or the App Store, and once you get in there, download the app, and it's literally says Mictuning. It actually is like colorful like a rainbow with an M in the middle, just like this. So once you download it, click on it. The first time you click on this, it's gonna ask you to sign in. Okay, it's gonna ask you to sign in or log in or something like that. There's a G down to the bottom. I don't know why they ask you that. I don't think, you know, I mean, they need it, but whatever. But there was a G like for Google. I clicked on that and used my Google account on this. Okay. Now, if you see right here, there's like an on switch, and it automatically sensed what device I had because I powered on the switch under the hood. Okay, so now it's the V1H-2L. Click on that. Now once I click on it, it brings me right to this menu right here with your color wheel and whatnot. So now, just by on the upper right hand corner, this bulb right here, click on it again, and now we're on. Look how beautiful and vivid the lights are. Way more vivid than, it's sad to say, but way more vivid than the XK Glow. Especially how that dual row on it just makes a hell of a difference, man. So you could use that bulb if you want to toggle on and off. Now, as I said, guys, if you're just using the app, remember there's constant power that's going to be running to the smart box. Okay, so it will drain your battery if you think about it. So if you're connecting this, either connected to a fuse that only has power when your ignition is turned on. But guess what? Who wants to connect it to a fuse and only have it work when the ignition is turned on? What if you're at a show and you can't start the car? You know what I'm saying? So you want this to a fuse with constant power. So that's the reason why the best thing, they even tell you in their booklet, the best thing to do is even run a switch in between the inline fuse and the box. You know what I'm saying? So that's perfect. But anyway, as I was saying, obviously, so that's the toggle for your on and off switch. Once I'm done with this, I'll shut it off manually from under the hood with that switch button. So now you have a music mode right here up to the top. If you click the off, it'll try to turn it on, and it'll ask me, allow Mictuning to record audio. And obviously, yeah, while using the app, I'll click on that. You know, so the slightest sound, it's listening. It's definitely listening. So it is what it is. All right, so obviously that's simple. You guys know what to do with that. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, and let's go to mode. As I said before, you got 76 dynamic modes. Okay, and then 8 DIY modes that stuff you can make up yourself. Okay, so let's go back to the, where is it? Where's the color wheel? Here it is. Obviously, guys, you know, you guys are no strangers to this. If you touch the color wheel and you move it, see that? Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time. Okay, go to town. So let's go back to mode. So now you have colorful watering forward, colorful watering backward. Now, you guys probably noticed when I click on backward, it's actually going forward. That's because I installed my rings with the arrows facing to the rear of the car. Okay, so it's just vice versa for me. But as I said, you could do whatever you want. It's not a big deal. Okay, red and blue watering forward, RB. It's red and blue. So there's the blue is in between there. Oh yeah, that's dope. How they make it. For a second I was like, yo, is this thing gonna work? But it works. So let's go all the way down. So you got red and green tailing backward. That's so cool. Blue green tailing backward. Yellow green running cycle. That's so cool. I like that. I love the fact that this thing chases. It's so freaking cool. Oh, this is dope. It's like opening and closing. Yeah, red and cyan, open and closing. You know, it's so weird. I guess they don't have a, I wish they had like an auto function that it can go through all the cycles when you're at a show. That would be freaking sick. But anyway, rainbow running forward. That is cool. I like that. So it gives you all the colors of the rainbow switching back and forth and just cycling. That's so nice. That is so nice. Now guys, down to the bottom, you have your brightness right here. You have your brightness, and you have how fast it can go. See that? We'll leave it like that. All the way up. Now these plus signs right here. So if I like this rainbow color running forward, hit add. Confirm. Now once you go into custom mode, I actually messed around with that today a little bit. You can actually just pick. You can literally, if you want, if you click on forward and you hit the plus sign, you can pick colors. Like if I touch that, if I touch that, you hit the middle, okay. Touch another color, okay. See how the bottom palette is filling up? Touch this color, okay, okay, okay. Just touch as much as you want. That's pretty cool. So now you hit the check mark and see it fills up that portion right there. So now let's say, look what it's doing. So it's gonna pick all the colors that I picked in that specific group. That's pretty nice. Chase. Stacking. Oh, look at that. Shuttle. Float. That's crazy. Guys, with this thing, just go to town. There's so much. There's so much to do. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, so now streamer length, you don't necessarily have to mess with that. The higher you go, it depends on what function you're running. It can make the LEDs like longer or shorter. You know what I mean? So try not to mess around too much with that. But this I love this constant mode. This is pretty freaking sweet. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what this, okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so what you want to do is, for this one, I thought you hit the plus sign and choose. Okay, you hold down the 1, pick what you want, hit confirm. Now it says 9. Hold down this one, scroll right here, confirm, 55. Confirm, 65. So now we have a whole bunch here. Red running forward. Confirm, 69. So if I touch 9, it'll move to that. If I touch 55, 65. So if you have some of your favorites, just set them up right here, and that'll be perfect. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. You know, I mean, you know what to do. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. The range on this is pretty damn good. You could stand like, I think like 40 feet or something like that. I forgot what they were saying. I forgot how many meters they were saying, but the signal for this is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I like it. This friggin' shit is dope. It looks really, really good. Again, guys, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon, man. This thing is so sharp. Take it easy.